Hello out there and welcome. I am going to do a reading, just something for you to ponder, to take into consideration, to think about. Maybe for some of you, there's something I'm saying that may help you deal with a situation that you may be in at the time. But I just got in my Brady Tarot and I'm very excited to use it. It's a deck I've been wanting for a long time. So with that said, no more talking and let's get on. I did pre-shuffle these, like riffle shuffle, just to save time. And so you don't have to sit there and watch me do like a serious shuffle of every deck. So let's see. Cards. The Lion. All right, so we have the Lion. Whenever I see this card in this deck, it definitely confers strength to me, pride. But the two oracle cards that I pull here will help me figure out in which way I am going to read that lion. All right, let's see. Lions can also be very boastful, very proud, very strong. 2, 3. Oof. You know, I love a satin finish, or a rose petal finish, because I know the cards are going to wear well, but my goodness, they are really burdensome sometimes. Okay, so let's see what we have. So I have change and guide. So this is going to be read as strength right now. I am going to read this as strength because when we are going through periods of changes, right, sometimes it takes a lot of strength to really allow that change to come in and guide you going forward. If we are not strong enough during those times, it can make it a little bit easier to fall backwards into old situations and patterns that we have been perpetuating for so long. So it does take a great amount of strength to be able to enact those changes. This lion is sort of that guide going forward. This loud, it's almost like you need to ramp up your energy, right? Find the strength within you where you may be meek and quiet. You need to really ramp up that strength to help propel you forward with whatever situation you may be dealing with. So let's see, the Tower, celebration, mourning. So this is the Tower, the 3 of Cups, and the 3 of swords. Sorry, I have to, whenever it's like a different symbol, I have to remember, but this is a 3 of swords. So there's 2 3s. So this change, this strength that's going to be coming in is going to be bringing more stability with it, but you have to allow the situation to happen as it's meant to happen and not try to hold it off, because rebuilding and change occurs when we allow what we knew and what was our comfort zone to fall to the ground, right? So we can rebuild. And by doing that, you bring in that abundance, you bring in the things that are meant to be celebrated and move you forward, right? Guide you forward, but you have to allow yourself to grieve and let go of what was. You have to allow yourself to really feel it in order to be able to move through it. And that takes a lot of strength. But if you notice here, the pages on this card, the story is still unwritten. So what you do going forward is creating that story, is writing that story. So if we choose to continue to perpetuate old patterns after the Tower has fallen, the likelihood of us being back in a similar situation again is very high. But should we allow ourselves to grieve it and really let go of that old persona who we no longer need, we will begin to really create abundance in our life, and that abundance is to be celebrated. So what can help you work through this time? The 5 of Swords, And the King of Wands. All right. So to me, this feels like the King of Wands is sort of pulling you out of that place of defeat. So no matter, sometimes no matter what we do, we feel like we're going to be defeated. And at this point, we often want to give up, right? But with the King of Wands, he does not give up. He is driven and he wants to accomplish what he has set out to do. And that type of mindset is really going to help you pull out of the feeling defeated and wanting to give up, right? Wanting to give up a lot of times is going to pull us back into that old energy. But allowing ourselves to be pulled out of it after we have completed a time of letting go or mourning, we are now changing our mindset. We are now rewriting our story. We are now able to truly rebuild in a healthier way, creating new patterns that are going to better serve I don't want to say our highest good, but like what's going to lead to fulfillment within our lives eventually. So the outcome for this is the 4 of arrows, which is the 4 of swords, and that is withdrawal. So once you have gotten through all of this, should you choose to take on this mission, allow yourself to take a step back and rest, right? The 3 of swords always leads into the 4. So after that period of mourning and heartache, it takes a lot of energy to let go. Take a step back and process everything that you just went through so that as you move into the next step, you see things more clearly. You see things more clearly and you don't fall back into a place of feeling defeated. We have the Tower as our major arcana card. You have a major arcana with the Tower here. And sometimes you just have to let things fall apart in order to bring about that change in your life. So I hope this may have helped some of you. I hope this may give you something to ponder, something to think about. And with that said, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.